The Sasquatch, an ape-like giant long thought to be hiding in the forests of the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. For years, people have sought out this most mysterious of creatures, and a whole Bigfoot industry has developed around the search for the Sasquatch. Professor Brian Bell heads the Sasquatch research team at the University of Oregon.
I've been searching for the Sasquatch for 37 years. I'd originally intended to go to college to study medicine.
But a traumatic experience on a camping trip changed the whole path of Professor Bell's life.
I'd gone on a trip with my college buddy. We were camping up in the Sierra Nevada mountains. We'd pitched our tent close to a stand of pines, and I'd gone down to the creek to wash my dishes. But when I... Oh God, I'm sorry. When I arrived back in camp, the tents were ripped to shreds, and all our equipment was spread out. And I saw an ape-like creature making its way up into the mountains with my old acoustic guitar. Later on, up the mountainside, I heard the most horrendous screams and growls and twanging. In fact, 20 years later, when I think back and Nirvana hit the scene, it made me wonder.
Sadly, Brian's companion on that day has not spoken an intelligible word since. He now communicates by simple charcoal drawings only.
There's no shortage of people who tell me it's just a bear. But they're all wrong, and I'm right. How can you argue with evidence like this?
Given the professor's incredible story, his obsession with the Sasquatch is understandable. But what is more puzzling is the location of his current research: deepest Lancashire.
As part of my recent studies, I discovered that there have been several sightings of a monster of considerable size in the Lancashire countryside.
So, Professor, once you'd heard about the sightings, you came straight here?
Oh no. I went to the Australian outback where I spent 6 months searching.
Oh, there have been sightings in Australia too?
No, I was searching for Lancashire. I wasn't sure where it was. But once I got here, I realized that it was a perfect habitat for a Sasquatch.
How so?
The greenery, the trees give him good cover for camouflage. It's a perfect habitat with all the lakes and he can fish in them and things like that. Plus, I have to say that you have much better cheese here than we do in the States.
Accompanying Professor Bell in the land of flat caps and whippets is his 13-year-old daughter, Brittany.
I think you could describe her as a Sasquatch nut.
So, Brittany, what brought you here?
Nobody could tell my maiden.
And what do you think your father is likely to find over here in England?
Well, at first I thought it was the local beef pudding and cheese, but now I think definitely Sasquatch.
To support Brittany's theory, we have two very reliable witnesses.
I were fishing at the lake a few days ago, eating a pork pie, when I saw something in the bushes. It were furry and had large ears. I thought it were a monkey, but it were too chunky to be a monkey. Then it got scary, so I ran away, but it were definitely a Sasquatch.
Do the witness statements match your suspicions about the Sasquatch, Professor Bell?
Yes, all the signs are there. The reports indicate a big furry creature with lots of fur, big ears, scary eyes.
Definitely Sasquatch!
What are the signs of a Sasquatch being nearby?
A large furry monstrous creature being present.
I meant apart from the obvious.
Footprints, tree disruption, blood, brown fur, things like that.
We've experienced snaps, claw marks, large holes in bushes, rib material, teeth marks.
That's enough. I told you she was a Sasquatch nut.
After finishing my conversation, I received a call from Dr. Archie Montgomery, eminent scholar of physics at Oxford University. So, Doctor, you called because you wanted to show us your latest invention.
That is correct.
Before we begin, what got you interested in engineering?
Well, for my first birthday, I received a calculator, a simply splendid invention. Anything technical after that, I was really interested in. So it was my ambition to use the state-of-the-art technological stuff all the time.
Wow, so let's see your invention.
I have here a Sasquatch tracker, which is used to track Sasquatches in any types of weather or any prevailing weather or any types of terrain.
How does this fantastic machine work?
Well, this device is accurate for numerous reasons. Around the rim is a band of sensitive microphones, and sound is absorbed at this point, producing a huge surge in the current and thereby revealing the current location of the Sasquatch.
Did you make this alone?
No, some of the world's greatest minds contributed.
So, some of the world's greatest minds contributed to a Sasquatch tracker. Honestly, what has happened to the world?
We will use this on the real search for the Sasquatch.
Dr. Montgomery, welcome to the Sasquatch research team.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure we'll have a good time finding the Sasquatch.
Absolutely positive we will, yes.
Hamster. Lobster. Chicken.
Whilst we are grateful for Dr. Montgomery's involvement, his meaningless waffle didn't really prove that his Sasquatch tracker works. We joined Professor Bell on the first day of his search.
I'm about to enter Sasquatch territory. Now, the Lancashirians have obviously know about the Sasquatch because they put a warding post up here to keep the Sasquatch out of their territory. I must warn you, please don't try hunting Sasquatches at home. Come on. See this cornfield over here? Too flat. Not good for a Sasquatch. Not enough cover. Leaves him out in the open. This is more like it. He's got good cover from the rain, the trees are covering him, good camouflage, and a nice supply of fresh water down here. Well, I say fresh. It's fresh for a Sasquatch. Good fish supply in the lake there. My studies indicate that the Sasquatch is a mean fisherman. Never underestimate the Sasquatch. See the way the leaves are broken at the end of this branch? Consistent with the passage of a large mammal. Could easily be a man, of course, but you never know.
Definitely Sasquatch.
My God! Look at this footprint!
Definitely Sasquatch.
Try my tracking device. It usually manages to detect an animal and tells you what kind of animal it is.
Footprint logged. Searching database. Percentage chance of Sasquatch footprint, 57%.
Oh, it's 57% Sasquatch. That means it's definitely more Sasquatch than that.
This is incredible! There are no other footprints nearby, which means that the Sasquatch has a long stride. Never underestimate a Sasquatch. What was that? I think it might be a Sasquatch. Ah! Definitely not Sasquatch.
It's 9 o'clock in the evening. Dr. Montgomery, Professor Bell and his daughter settle in for the evening.
The doctor. Oh!
Sasquatch.
Where?
It's a doctor.
Definitely not Sasquatch.
17 days later, and still no evidence of the Sasquatch.
I've stayed up all night working on this, so I'm confident that it will work.
Size, 6 foot. Facial hair, 95%. Professor Brian Bell has an 83% chance of being a Sasquatch.
Give me that damn thing!
Warning, potential Sasquatch activity. 35 degrees.
35 degrees! 35 degrees! 35 degrees! North! Over there! It's a goddamn Sasquatch!
Definitely Sasquatch. Wait!
The chase leads to what Brian believes are Sasquatch droppings.
Interesting.
Definitely Sasquatch.
Look! It's Sarah behind the tree!
Definitely Sasquatch.
Quick, the Sasquatch!
Charge!
Oh, thank goodness it's not a Sasquatch. It's just a man in a parka.
You thought I was a Sasquatch?
Also, thank you are definitely Sasquatch.
Oh, God. Do you realise how much you cost me? $100,000 plane fare to Canberra through customs.
Warning, possible Sasquatch activity. 10 degrees north by northeast.